So here's the last thing, right? And I'm not going to build this up too much by just saying, have a listen to the language that she says, that she uses around how they're going to approach this now, talking about getting experts around the table. This just screams to me privatization, or at very best, a public-private partnership. So this is talking on breakfast this morning about the ferry terminals and the plan for the Inter-Islander.
I have confidence that we can work together to find a way forward. I do want to get others involved in solving this problem.
Just that straight away. I do want to get others involved. Who are we talking about here? Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? This is the bullshit meters going up in the back of the neck a little bit.
KiwiRail, by their own admission, are not marine engineers. They're not port experts. They're not experts at building wharves. So I want to make sure we have the right people involved. I also have to acknowledge that KiwiRail aren't always going to be best placed to work out what's best for taxpayers, for ferry passengers, for freight passengers. They're going to be the best people to work out.
They're not going to be the best at figuring that out. But this consultancy, they'll probably be much better at it.
What's best for KiwiRail's passengers and freight. But we need to take a look at the bigger picture and work with all of the people involved here.
When you say you want to get other people involved, what are you talking about? And is it possible that we could have a separate entity doing capital projects that would then be operated by KiwiRail?
A separate entity doing it. Is that possible? Like a it begins with a P, a partnership, a privatization, a separate entity working beside KiwiRail, and then KiwiRail uses their product.
There are a lot of options on the table. My first step is to get experts around the table, experts at developing infrastructure on time and on budget, experts on transport projects, experts who will help me ensure that I don't fall into the same money trap that the last government did, where a project was allowed to quadruple in cost and the checks just had to keep on being written.
Just remember though, National, one of your big complaints was the amount that was spent on consultants by Labor. These people you're going to get around you, Nicola, these experts you're going to get around you, I'm assuming, therefore, they're voluntary or they're already public servants, because if they weren't voluntary or public servants, then that would be an external cost to the government, much like a consultant. Who are these experts, Chewy?
It's also a massive oversimplification of the cost blowout because Labor's bad at managing their costs. We've had huge inflation. What happens when inflation happens, Pat?
Things
Prices
cost more.
Go up. Things cost more.
Yeah.
And you've just taken the work that's been done in planning for that, which has a value, and thrown it away and don't go, we're going to get people to come in and tell us how to do it.
Yeah,
it's like you're already there. You're just fuck.
All right, this has got about 45 seconds to go.
Which means,
New Zealand
surely,
has
Minister,
infrastructure
surely that means it won't be whatever comes next. It won't be KiwiRail building it, because you can't throw good money after bad. You can't go down the same track the last government did with this lot.
I think KiwiRail will have a role to play, but my message to KiwiRail has been the Ferrari is not the only car in the garage. I know that the big ship solution that they came up with was their preference, but I think it's time we had a look and see if there's a Toyota Corolla, good reliable one, that might be able to do the job, or maybe some second-hand Teslas. We've got to look at other options that present a more affordable way forward for New Zealand.
There you go, Chewy. So to me, all I could hear was privatization, public-private partnership, privatization, external group, building, making, controlling, and then selling to the government, or living off it for the next 20 or 30 years with fees kicking back to them.
Whether it's a Ferrari, a Corolla, or a second-hand Tesla, at the garage you're putting it in is going to fall over. It doesn't fucking matter. But she's trying to equate. She's trying to keep it simple. There's a couple of messages there. The costs blew out because Labor bad. The costs blew out because we're buying a luxury ship. And the second point is definitely not true. The first point, Show me you're working.
No. Can't do
And-
that.
and
Hang on. You're not asking for a regulatory impact statement, are you, Chewy? We don't do that. What are you talking about?
Well, sounds like a waste of time. Just slow
Yeah.
everything down.
I won't even read it if you do it.